They say a man's final words are never just words, they're echoes. Fragments of truth wrapped in fear, love, and sometimes, warnings. On the night of the fatal crash that shook two nations, when Diogo Jota and his brother André Silva lost their lives in a blazing inferno on a lonely Spanish highway, the world mourned a football hero. But now, a new chapter emerges. One that doesn't begin with the sound of tires screeching or the crackle of fire. It begins with a message. A message André Silva wrote just minutes before the crash. And it was never sent. Until now. For weeks, María Rodríguez couldn't sleep. She clung to the memories, replayed voice notes, scrolled through old texts, anything to feel close to him again. But nothing helped. Until she opened his cloud account. What she found froze her. A draft message, timestamped 11:08 p.m., less than 10 minutes before the crash on the A52 highway. He had typed it, but never hit send. It was addressed to her. No subject. No emojis. Just words. But those words didn't read like a goodbye. They read like a confession, or a warning. Mi amor. If you're reading this, something might have gone wrong. I hope not. God, I hope not. But I feel strange. Like I'm in a place I shouldn't be. This drive wasn't my idea. Diogo insisted. Said it was better this way. I didn't want to fight. He was already stressed, about the surgery, about the club. But something feels off. The car's too fast. The road's too quiet. His breathing's still heavy. He won't admit it, but he's not okay. If anything happens, tell them I didn't want this. Tell them I was trying to come home. And please, don't let me disappear. I love you. That was it. No signature. No goodbye. Just a plea, don't let me disappear. For Maria, this message changed everything. She'd already been grieving in silence, watching the world pour love and flowers at Diogo's altar, while her husband, André, became a footnote. But now? Now she had something they didn't. Proof. Proof that André wasn't just along for the ride. Proof that he knew something was wrong. Proof that this wasn't just a tragic accident, it was a situation that could have been prevented. She wept. Then she screamed. And then, she went public. In a private live stream to close family and friends, Maria read the message aloud. One listener secretly recorded it. By morning, it had gone viral. #JusticeForAndré started trending on Portuguese Twitter within hours. Fans of Penafiel posted old clips of his matches, using the hashtag as a digital tribute. But not everyone was kind. Critics accused Maria of milking the tragedy, of slandering Diogo's legacy, of fabricating drama. But Maria never claimed to be a saint. She only wanted one thing. I'm not here to drag Diogo's name. I'm here to protect André's. In one heartbreaking interview, she said, "When someone you love sends you a message from the edge, and no one wants to hear it, this single, unsent message has reignited the debate. Why was Diogo Jota driving so soon after lung surgery? Who approved the use of a Lamborghini Huracan for a late-night, high-speed road trip? Did the Football Federation, or even Liverpool FC, know about the journey? And most haunting of all, was André Silva a passenger, or a victim of pressure from a brother trapped by expectation?" Sources close to the family now suggest that Diogo and André argued earlier that day. One neighbor claims to have heard shouting from the garage where the car was kept. "I couldn't hear the words," he said, "but it was tense. And then the car peeled out like someone was trying to prove something." Was André trying to talk his brother out of driving? Was he ignored? And if so, was that message his only way to leave a record? Since the leak, pressure has mounted on Portuguese football authorities. Several clubs have now issued delayed tributes to André. His jersey at Penafiel will now be retired. A mural in his hometown, originally just a painting of Diogo, has been repainted to include both brothers, side by side. It's a small win. But for Maria, it's a beginning. She says, "If André's final message can make even one person stop and say his name, it means he's not gone. Not completely." Sometimes the loudest voices come not from the living, but from a single, unsent message left behind. André Silva's last words weren't about fame or fear. They were about not being forgotten. In a world where headlines choose who matters and who vanishes, we choose differently. This channel isn't just about headlines or viral clips. It's about the stories no one else will tell, the overlooked sons, the unheard voices, the people whose names were buried under silence while the world looked the other way. André Silva wasn't just a brother. He wasn't just a passenger in a fast car. He was a man with dreams, talent, and a future, erased in seconds, and then ignored in the aftermath. But not here. Here, we remember the ones who were forgotten. We shine light on the quiet injustices, the subtle erasures, the legacies that never got their moment. Because if we don't speak their names, who will? If this story touched something in you, if you believe that every life deserves to be remembered, that grief isn't a popularity contest, and that justice starts with telling the truth, then stand with us. If this story moved you, don't stop here. We've covered even more raw, emotional, and untold stories that the world tried to bury. From secret voice notes to explosive family betrayals, and from mysterious accidents to silent cover-ups, our channel dives deep into the pain, the truth, and the chaos that others are too afraid to touch. If you're drawn to the messy, the heartbreaking, and the painfully real, stories that leave you thinking long after the video ends, then you need to check out our other uploads. These aren't just videos. They're emotional investigations, human truths, and sometimes, they're warnings. So when you're done here, don't scroll away. Hit play on the next one, and prepare yourself. Because the deeper you go, the more you'll realize, not everything is as